Hello, Taurus. How are you? Welcome. I hope you're doing very well. Taurus, let's see how things are going to be. Your available energies at this moment so you can use them to your advantage and see a situation from a new point of view. This is a general reading for anyone with Sun, Ascendant, Moon, or Venus in Taurus. Take what resonates. Taurus, remember to activate all the bells so you can get notifications for the new videos I upload. Feel free to follow my other TikTok and Instagram accounts for new content. If you need a personal consultation, email me at the address on the screen and I'll send you all the information you need. All right, let's channel a message for the sign Taurus. Taurus, we're starting here with the Page of Pentacles. We have here the Four of Pentacles. And over here we have the Nine of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune. The situation is clear. Taurus, is this very focused on something related to a project or work, an economic project, a job that you have started or want to start? What's going on with this job? This is like having had or having a project idea with, well, a strategy, an objective, a goal. There are energies, attention that are attracting us. There's something that's about to change in this project, right? And this change is going to come in a rather surprising way. This is like having planned something, having had an idea for a launch. And along the way, realizing that I realize I have to do it differently. I realize I have to do it in a different way. So is there a tendency here to cling to something, to want to control a result, or to resist something that needs to change in your project or your work? Might there be an energy here that reflects our denial? Taurus, no. About not being stubborn with something that needs to be changed in your work. No, it can't take the same path. Maybe because this no longer gives the results it used to. Or maybe it has reached a limit. It has already reached a goal, and it's time to evolve. It's time to introduce new tools, modernize, and update. What I feel is that your work has reached a certain point, okay? And that energy stayed there, as if you felt it as something stuck or blocked. Actually, it's like energy that has become stagnant. You know why? Because the energy is now asking for movement towards another place. So at first, I do feel that this situation can happen there. There's something like worry, a need to pay attention and also control that mind. Not to create that anxiety or worry before it's time to say, oh, what's happening? Why isn't this working? Why isn't it working like before? So also thinking about possible future scenarios. There's a lot of thought around this. So Toro, are you looking for stability? Are you looking for security in your job, in your project? But what we see here is that, of course, when I look for security, I go for what's safe. I go for what has worked in the past. So I stay in that zone, but I resist what needs to change. That's why, if we look at it from another perspective, what I feel is that energy, if we see it as a river, like water, there comes a point in your project where it reaches a limit, as if it seems to have gotten stuck. So when that happens, what destiny is telling you now? Because I feel that destiny has something completely different prepared for you. New directions, maybe a new career, a new trade, a new profession, a new job, or if you know that, no, this job, I feel like this is for me and I'm not going to leave it. That's perfectly fine, but maybe you should consider adding an update, a renewal, maybe expanding your knowledge, taking a course, or even starting to add something new to that project. or sell other things in your business, or also offer other types of services that you didn't offer before. Everything is pointing toward change. You'll have new options there. And if you open yourselves to what needs to change, maybe also make connections outside with other people, open up to meeting new people as well. No, step out a little from what's pre-established. Step out a bit from what was fixed, stable, and routine, and go for something new. Let situations surprise you. Okay. All right, let's see what else we have. See you. Taurus, general energy. Taurus, you have here the Two of Wands. We have the Five of Cups. We have the King of Wands and the Moon. You're going through this, Taurus. You are going through a process that has to do, yes, with your work, your profession, with your goals, your objectives. But notice that it's pretty clear, right? Because here, there's a mourning. Something is coming to an end here. Or is it that thing you were holding on to so tightly, right? The thing you couldn't let go of. I don't want to keep doing things the same way or change this. And yeah, you get stuck there. Like, how can it be being stubborn? No, I refuse to let go. I refuse to change. I feel like the energy is given warnings, but here there's closure. There's closure with that past. What we have here is detachment. You've had to let go of something, or maybe you're going to have to let go or detach from something that was giving you security in the past. Because life is telling you that. At this moment, in this new cycle, it no longer works or it's no longer necessary. But don't see it as a loss. It's also good to go through, not just go through the mourning, but go through the loss, right? And yes, it's true that there can be quite a few emotions involved, and at times you really get caught up in them. Like situations of uncertainty, that's what will hurt later, right? Maybe it's about reinventing yourself, opening up as well. This is fear of change, right? It's possible too, but hold on to your intuition. Feel that something greater is taking shape. And this has to happen because there are opportunities waiting for you. You're about to cross that bridge and there's a castle there. And this has to do with the awakening of your power. Because for this power to awaken, for this confidence and control in your life to become visible, there's something you had to let go of. There's something that had to be lost or that you had to detach from, right? Your priorities right now are not the same as in the past. That's why what worked in the past isn't working now. Right now, you're being guided somewhere else. That's why you should be guided by your intuition, not so much by reason, by the mind, or by how things are supposed to be. Once you let go of this, you'll start connecting with that inner power, with that personal power. This is a Taurus who lights up, a Taurus who regains their energy, their magnetism, and above all, their confidence and this change and this energy. What they're going to do is help you rise, help you climb, help you ascend, help you level up. Thank you. May you start to gain more confidence in yourself, more trust. I sense here a Taurus with vigor, a Taurus with courage. There are new desires that you want to manifest, very different ones. But did that have to happen for this to be able to manifest? Let's see what else we have. See this closure as a liberation, as an opportunity for growth, for expansion. for development. Taurus. Well, the wheel of fortune had to come up again. You're definitely in that change cycle. It's having a strong impact on your work and financial area, isn't it? There's an unexpected change of direction here in your professional and work area. It's directly related to promotion and advancement. And this could be like having a higher position, being in another role. There are other kinds of responsibilities, but here there's something higher, something that has changed. Here you have the Five of Wands, and over here we have the Eight of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. Wow. There's no doubt that you are entering a new cycle. Everything is moving, absolutely everything, especially in that area on a professional level. But I do see some challenges, especially when it comes to people around you, whether they're co-workers, friends, or relationships in general. It's also part of what's being left behind. No, because I feel that here, and there's also a lot of that. There may be competition, and there may also be some discomfort from those around you, or certain challenges, certain frictions with certain people, because of changes you're making or changes you're accepting. Anyway, I feel that this change is leading you to say, well, I don't belong here anymore. Don't get into the battle here. Don't get into unnecessary conflict, but rather make this wise decision. Not to withdraw, not to walk away from a place where there's no longer any interest in belonging. To say, well, I have nothing left to do here, so I take my things, I leave, and I change direction. But you are heading toward a completely new place. You are heading toward a place of much more prosperity, of much more abundance. And I mean, in every sense, I mean, emotional wealth, spiritual wealth. I'm talking about other kinds of connections, relationships, good family relationships, good friendships, good relationships. Also, on the emotional level, I feel like you are starting to head in that direction, right? Where the issue of value, what is valued, what matters, those relationships that are worth gold. That is to say, this is where I stay, this is where I want to be, where I feel these people are part of my family as if they were also my family. No, family isn't just about blood. There are also families not related by blood who still feel like family. You go to a place where you are understood, and at the same time, you are also aligning yourself with great projects, right? There's also another connection with the topic of money, with respect as well, right? With stability, with living in a different way too. Okay, let's see what we have. Taurus in the Oracle. Let's go with the message. Okay, let's go. By Taurus, you have the number 5. Does that tell you anything? Flexibility is your strength. When your life changes, you can easily adapt to new circumstances and find excitement in unexpected change. Wow, a lot of synchronicity has come up. Be brave and bold in your efforts. And the mantra or decree it leaves you with is, am I adaptable? Taurus, this is what we've seen. For all of you, have a beautiful day, and we'll see you here next time.